So hey, hi. So in this video, we'll discuss a common problem. You might have faced this during your development journey in your like the production code bases basically. So we'll discuss the problem first of all. I'll give you a thing like the solution as well, how to actually you have to encounter it and how it can make a little bit, a code base a little bit like cleaner as such. So we'll check first of all, and we'll check the issue first of all, what actually the issue is. So, in your your company code base or maybe wherever you are working or in your personal project as well, you might have different code bases, right? So, for example, the for the backend you have the different code base, and from the front end you have the different code base, right? So these two are different. Maybe the deployments are also different. Like the ENVs are different. So these are very different like code bases, right? So there might be times when you have thought, you have some time logic. Okay. So time maybe you have some like the conversion logic, or maybe you have some something like formatting, like kind of. So there are some functions that will take some time. Maybe some format of time, XYZ format of time, and it will give you on the basis of like date slash for example month and then year, right? So there might be these kind of functions, right? So what you do actually is like these kind of functions you might have in the front end as well, and you have in the back end as well, right? But what we usually do is that either we use some external package, but for example, for us, we don't need actually external package. Like for example, we have written some kind of logic that there is no like npm package that actually supports that kind of like formatting. So we build our logic, we wrote our functions, right? And these function I am repeating in the backend. I'm choosing in the backend as well, and I'm using in the front end as well, right? In the pardon my spelling. Yeah. So we are using in both the places. So it's kind of like repeating the code, right? You are making the same function, and in the front end as well, we are just copying and then pasting it, right? So what we can do is like we kind of make a npm package out of it, right? So for example, I have some function, date function. So what we can do is we can make a common folder, and I'll show you how to do it. And we can publish it into npm, and in the front end also we can install that package, and in the back end also we can install the package and then use that common function. And if we need any like changes, like the version changes, we can just simply do the things like we'll just make the change in the common folder in the npm package, and then we'll publish the another version, and then we'll get the function, right? So there's and in the front end as well as back end, we'll just update the versions of that npm package. So I'll show you how to do it very simple. I mean, in a very simple way. I'll write in backend. Okay. So backend, and I'll write a common. So common will be okay. So common will be our like the npm package, where we'll be building that. And if I, for example, I have to initiate a project, let me just initiate the project quickly. Uh, Backend and then common. Okay. And payment. And here also I want init y. And for the backend, I want TSC. For the front end also, I want TSC. Okay. So I just initiate some TSC. Okay, so this thing is done. So I have the basic like the TS config in the package that JSON also there is nothing. Like in the this is the common, and I have the src folder. And here in the both the folders, in the common as well as backend, what I will do, I'll do some changes in the root there. Root there I want it to be src. That's like a good thing. And out there I want it to be like the dist. It's just a common practice, and you can do whatever you want, but I want it to be like this. Okay. Out there, and in here also I want it to be root there as src, and I want out there as dist, right? So now, in the backend also, I want index.ps, and in the common also, I want index.ps. Okay. So what I will do, I'll just write a simple function, and I will just post it. Okay. So if I write function, for example, I'll write export function. Export function is just a common sum function, which will take some arguments like number and b number. What is this? What is it? Yeah. So okay. Right. Okay. So it will take some arguments, and what it will return is that number. That's the only thing it will do, and return a plus b. Just a simple sum function. So here I have the common function, which has the like just a common function. So I'll just publish it and think about this like a date logic. So now it's like a date. So whatever the function you want to export, you just write it and just can just you can just simply publish it. Okay. So in the SRC also I want I will just import here. So what I will write. I'll just write some normal function. Calculate sum, and I'll just import something here. Okay. Calculate sum. Okay. So now that. Okay, and then I'll see this later on. I'll just first of all do this thing. Okay, so I have this one. So what we will do, we will now publish it. So the first step, first and foremost, is the npm login. Okay, so what you have to do is npm login. So by this, if you can see, I have the npm like the npm account. Okay, so you have to sign up. So this is my npm account. So I have all the like the packages and all, like normal like some function, common function, like common, just the tryout. And here you can see my account, right? So you have to make an account. These are the packages, account, billing info, and something. Okay. So this is the npm account you have to make. So after that, you have to do npm login from the common folder. Okay, because the thing is, this is the one you want to publish, right? So now if you press enter, so it will just redirect me to this one. Let me just log in quickly. Okay, it's asking for some OTP. Let me check. See OTP. Let me just pull out. Okay, 205. It's a long OTP. Let me just copy paste. 950 is this one, right? Yeah, no, it's 11 hours ago. Yeah, so this one. Okay. Yeah, I got my OTP. Let me just log in quickly. So if you log in here you will see invalid OTP. Okay. Hmm, why is telling invalid OTP? Okay, fine. We'll try again. npm login. Say enter. Let me check. That's my OTP. Yeah. So it's done. Okay. So now if you so the thing is, it will send you some OTP, and it will you have to enter the OTP there in the browser, and it will just simply log in. There's nothing like complicated here. So we'll go one by one. So what you have to do is like you have to change this in that this one. So I'll just apply some. Let's say what I want. Sum and multiply sum and multiply. So return. What I'll do, I'll just simply return to. Okay, so whatever it comes, it will you just multiply it by two. Add that, and then multiply it by two. So now in the package store, what you have to do, there's some like some changes you have to do here. So first of all, you have to do something like at the rate your like common that one, your username. How will you find the username? Your username would be here. Okay. If I check the npm that one, so if you click here, this will be your username. Okay. So I'll just click here, just grow up and sum and multiply. Sum multiply. Okay, nothing too fancy. And apart from that, what I want is main to be dist slash index.js. Okay, and now let me just run the npm tscb so that it actually creates the dist folder. Okay, it created, and this one is okay, fine. Now, what you have to do, it's like this one is a test. Okay. Yeah, well, simply, I think we're done with this. And now what I will do is like npm, there's a command, let me check. Yeah, npm publish access. So first of all, I'll try with publish. So you just have to simply publish it because you are already logged in. It will just catch your, okay, fine. Let me just see what, if is there anything wrong. Yeah, wait, let me just check. Access public. Okay. So if you want to, like if you want it to be a private like package, then maybe you have to like do something like npm publish, but it's like you are a free user, right? So you have to do publish slash access slash public. Okay. So now my package is already up and running. If I check here. So if you check now in my packages, then you will see sum and multiply is up and running, right? So what I will do, I'll just simply install the package here. We'll go through some of the one issue, we will face some issue. So, okay, let me just install this one. So if I go on the backend, let me just copy this, just like npm, multirepo. So sum and multiply. Okay, give us a clouds. Uh, yeah. So if I click here, if I click on install, okay. So I got the package. So if I take some from just okay. Uh, and if I click on sum multiply, so if you see here, then I'm not getting that right. You will find the full declaration because they implicitly. So you will get this like type error. Okay, so it's because of something like okay, let me just install Zord npm. I'll show you what's the issue. npm Zord. So we have something like something called as let me just import that from Zord. And now if you see here, if you like, you will see something known as d.ts, right? This green color. So this is known as a something called a declaration file. So declaration file will not have the proper like TypeScript logic, and it won't be a like the JavaScript file that you actually get after the compilation, right? So it will be in the middle. It will just contain the type of your function. Okay. So how will we do this? Like, how can we actually like get the declaration file, right? So in the disk folder, it needs the declaration file for the like the types to happen. Okay. So what we will do, we'll do just nothing. We'll just say key, declaration I want as true. Okay. I'll just make it a comma. And now if I again, I have to publish it again. But the thing is, it will might give me some issues. So if I click on npm publish again, so you will see some issue that 403 you cannot publish over the previous published version 1.0.1. So you might have seen like the npm package is getting updated, right? So if even if they make a simple like update, they have to upgrade the buffer version. Okay, so for now we are in 1.0.0, I mean the buffer version, right? So we have to do it 1.1, right, for the dead declaration because we have made some changes, so we have to update that package again. So now if I click on npm publish access public again, if I will publish again, then whatever it will do, it will just delete that. I mean, it will just update the package. Okay. Now I have the updated package, and now if I check on now if I take it as tscb, after compilation, you will get a declaration file. So now if you check here, I got the declaration file. It has just the like it won't be having any like the logic part because the logic part is underlined. Like it will be hidden. I mean hidden. But the thing is, you will get the function type that what are the type of arguments it is taking, and like the and what it is actually returning. Okay. So now if I go and I'll just delete this. Let me just delete this rm rm no rms. Will mine backend, yeah. Let me just delete it now. Yeah, okay. So if I again download this, okay. So now if you check in the like the version, you'll see it got updated, right? I mean 1.0.1. So now if you check, then I will get the okay. some. Let me just copy this one. Sum and multiply. Okay. So let me just close this and check it once again. Sum multiply. Uh, okay. Got updated. Let me check once. Okay, so there was an issue actually. So whenever you actually make a package, you make sure you write the npm dot npm ignore. Okay. So what it does is actually it won't expose your src into whenever someone actually installs your package. So the issue was I didn't actually install I gave the npm ignore. So that's the reason in the node modules also my the src folder was getting exposed. So that was the reason, prime reason why this was getting confused. Okay, so because the thing is, it only names the dist folder, right? Because we have already written key, we need the dist actually. So it was getting confused. So that's the reason actually it was giving me like that kind of type errors. So anyways, you have to make sure some of these steps are on place. The name, what would be the package name? Ideally, this should be like like the username, because the thing is, and let's say you write it Elon Musk. Okay, so there will be hundreds and thousands of like packages named Elon Musk, right? So that's the reason it should be like your username followed by what is the logic you want to do. Okay, you want that to. So this is the SRC. There's just a one logic, but you can actually make like folders and folders, like the time logic. You can make some transaction logic. You can make anything like common, whatever the function you feel it will use. It will be used by the front end team as well as the back end team as well. So you don't have to actually copy paste the front end, the logic here and there, the functions here and there, right? So now if I have the sum multiply, now I can just simply do anything I want, like on final value. And I will just write it sum, and I will just give it. So you got this number as well, right? So what are the things it will actually take? So 3 and maybe 4. And what I will do, I'll just console it. That's the only thing I want. And let me execute it. And if I now check the npm, okay, so npm ignore is just like the git ignore. It will just ignore the files that doesn't need to be there in the npm registry. So tscd and node node best. Okay, so you got the final value, right? 12 plus like 2. What was the my logic? So yeah, 2 into multiplied by a and b, right? So you got the value. So yeah, I mean that's the overall how you can actually make make some common functions that can be used so yeah, this was I think all about this npm like how to actually publish the npm like your logic, your common logic into with your like the backend team as well as front end team. Usually it will be you can make it another repository or whatever you want. So what and it this will get the access from the backend. It will be accessible by the backend team as well as the front end team. They will just write some simple logic like the core logic of any like module, and they will just kind of publish this logic to the both. I mean the both the teams. That will be helpful for the both the teams, right? So yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks for sticking till the end. I'll see you in the next video.